All right, hello. This is Kim again. Wanted to touch base. So I am going to grab again the infant toddler version of the CDA workbook. Again, it doesn't matter which one you pick. They're all very, very similar in pages. And we are going to roll right into the resource collection. You're going to find it towards the beginning of your book. Mine is on page 14. Yours is going to be very, very close as well. And again, we're going to work on the resource collection. That's where we're going to go ahead and start. And we are going to put in this video, we're going to put in RC1. Is that right? RCI, sorry, RCI-1 and RCI-2. So those two assignments, I am going to turn them around here and just read them to you. The first one is you're going to grab a copy of your valid CPR and first aid courses. Again, they must be current. That's really, really important. So make sure those are current. And then what you're going to do is you're going to make a copy of both of those. And then you are going to, in my world, in the upper right-hand corner, you're going to write, you can't see that, you're going to write that number in again. So RCI-1, upper right-hand corner. And then in my world, you would put every assignment into that upper right-hand corner so that it's easy for you to see. It's easy for somebody else to see. It makes sense as you move through the book. Again, hopefully you've watched that introduction video, and then you're just going to kind of plug along and get those assignments complete. So again, we're going to happen to look in the yellow book, but you could look at any one of them. Towards the beginning, you're going to find those resource collections, and then eventually you're going to roll into your other assignments. But for right now, resource collection. The first one is an easy one. Just go gather those assignments. You're going to look for your CPR certificate, again, your first aid certificate. You're going to make a copy of both of those. Do not send the originals. Don't do that. And then you're going to, on that copy in the upper right-hand corner, mark it as resource collection. So again, RC meaning resource collection, I-1. All right, that's all you have to do for that assignment. In case you just have not watched the intro for a little while, we are going to create a digital file. So at that point, you can take a picture of it, you can save it as a PDF file, and then figure out some way to organize those. I know people have put them in tabs. It doesn't really matter how you do that as long as you are able to put them in an order so that they're easy for somebody else to open and find later on. All right, so that at that point, well, that's your very first assignment, portfolio assignment. RCI-1 is finished. Then we are going to move into RCI-2. That one, I'm just going to read it here again. Provide one feeding schedule or menu using the age group. So in this case, I'm in the infant book, so I would need one for young infants, one for mobile infants, and one for toddlers. If you are reading one of the other books, just make sure you're reading that. If it's preschool, then you know it's just for those preschoolers. So again, read what yours says in there, again, on about page 14. In order to complete your related reflective competency statement, we're going to actually come back to this. So find a menu, print a menu. If you don't have one in your building, or maybe you write one yourself, you can use that assignment. And then at some point, we're going to come back and critique that. So if you don't have one, maybe you are in a place where it just doesn't make sense to you to go down the hallway and figure that all out. You're not really sure what happens or when it comes to you. You can also go online. You can Google and Google your age group and then a sample menu. So that should come up for you. I know a lot of people who do that. Again, you're looking for that time frame. We are looking for, and I forget if it was, I gotta look really, really quick here. I probably should have paused it. So yeah, if it's not possible, if you're not working in a program currently, you can grab a substitute feeding schedule again. So looking for that. And then again, we're going to come back at some point and look at how you think that is. Is it good? Is it not good? What would you change, et cetera, et cetera. That's it. So if you find your sample menu, that can be a weekly menu. It has to be at least a weekly menu, but it can be a monthly menu as well. And then again, you're going to label that up in that corner, and we're going to, let's see if I can even get it to a place where you can read it. There you go, RCI-2. All right, that is it. Those are the first two assignments. I am going to put this up so you guys can access it. You guys can re-access it. Once you are done, once you have those two assignments done, please send me an email. Letting me know how you are, letting me know that you've done those assignments, that you are rolling forward. I'm going to try to do my very best to kind of keep track of you on my end as well, so that we know when you're ready to actually apply and get to that next step. Again, my phone number is 651-214-1459. Feel free, that is a cell phone. Feel free to just, again, leave something in there, but send me a note saying, hey, Kim, this is so-and-so, I'm one of your CDA students, and I wanted to let you know that I've completed, and again, give me those numbers. All right. You can also send that via email. Email is KM, so there's no I in Kim, just KM, my last name, WOEHL @gmail.com. All right, that concludes this one. I hope to hear your assignment soon.